You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere. This is your WBZH Daily News Roundup for the Buzz of the North, 9:10 a.m. in Hayward.
The Crew beat the Cubs. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Brewers with a 4-0 shutout win over the Chicago Cubs in front of over 37,000 fans in Milwaukee. It snapped a 3-game losing streak. Manager Pat Murphy.
We had a lot of great performances today, but, we shut out one of the best offensive teams in baseball, if not the best. They're solid through and through, and they're a great club. They're just old enough and just experienced enough, and their young guys are at the peak of their game.
The Brewers broke out with a 4-run rally in the 6th after Cubs starter Shota Imanaga had to leave with a left hamstring injury. Cubs manager Craig Counsell.
Did it kind of on the running over to first base. We'll probably do some imaging to see what's going on. He's never had any lower body, muscle strains, so he's a little unsure of what the feeling means.
The Brewers open a 3-game home series tonight against the Houston Astros. NFL, Packers wrapping up their rookie minicamp over the weekend. They'll return on Sunday to begin the next phase of the team's offseason program. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Is there anything Gwyneth Paltrow thinks she can't do? Probably not. She desperately wants to help you find the right Mother's Day gift for your wife or mother. Variety reports that her company Goop says they offer thoughtful gifts at healthy prices. They're not kidding. Whether you're looking for a $600 flower bouquet, a sleep headband for 350 smackers, or a $4,000 blanket, she's got it all. Sure, it's a lot of money, but don't worry, all the proceeds go right to Gwynnie's ego. A recent study shows that rats can distinguish between two different kinds of wine. The study, done by animal cognition scientists, say rats can distinguish between Sauvignon Blanc and Riesling. A couple things. This is finally the news we've been waiting for as a society. And two, this might sound impressive, but what scientists failed to share was that one of the rats was so stupid he ordered red wine with fish. The 2025 Tony nominations are in, and leading the way are the nominees for Best Musical, which are Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat, a new musical. In addition to Best Musical, here are other notable nominations. Best Actress in a Leading Role in a Play, Mia Farrow squares off against Succession's Sarah Snook. Broadway musical mainstay Jonathan Groff is up for Best Actor in a Musical, and Nicole Scherzinger is up for the same award in the Actress category. George Clooney drew a nod for his role in Good Night and Good Luck in the Best Actor category for a play that's not a musical. And there is more Hollywood crossover as Bob Odenkirk received a nomination for his role in Glengarry Glen Ross. The 78th Annual Tony Awards takes place June 8th. I'm not sure there will ever be another movie star quite like Tom Cruise. He makes incredibly entertaining films, always picks the right project, and does his own stunts. He has a huge appetite for adrenaline and apparently a huge appetite on days he has to pull off such crazy stunts. In a recent interview with People magazine, he discussed Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. Cruise talked about one scene in particular called wing walking, where he actually walks on the wing of an airplane. Cruise said he was inspired to do it while watching old movies where stuntmen would walk on the wing of an airplane while it was going 50 or 60 miles an hour. The plane in Dead Reckoning is going 120 miles an hour, and it's just Cruise, no stuntman. How does he prepare for a stunt like that? The actor says he eats a massive breakfast, including lots of sausage and a dozen eggs. Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning lands in theaters on May 23rd. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Mostly sunny today with a high in the mid to upper 70s this afternoon. The wind out of the southeast to east at 5 to 10. Tonight, mid-40s. Tomorrow, it will be mostly sunny with a high once again in the mid to upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Right now, it's 57.
That's your WBZH Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at buzzofthenorth.com. The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.